Well, hi there, folks. Nino's disappeared momentarily, but he'll be back with us any moment. It is a Thursday evening, as is the norm here on our channel. We talk about Friday racing down in Gqeberha, and racing continues at Fairview. They're not on the turf track, unfortunately. That turf track still needs quite a bit of work. When I was there last week, the talk of the town was that it needs still some work to be done, and it's still not nearly ready. So we're racing on the Polytrack for the foreseeable future down in the Eastern Cape. Nino Podesta joins me, but I have to say, Nino, on an excellent note, because last week was truly phenomenal. And We Danced was your top bet. It was 2.5 to 1. You didn't want to know. There were obviously challenges left, right, and center, but it shot clear and won well. Blonde, that was rumored unbeatable. Great ride by Farid, got it home. There was one other that you tipped strongly.
Santa Teresa.
Santa Teresa, absolutely doddled in. So we had lots of fan mail, and I know
and Liddell's Echo.
And Liddell's Echo. And Liddell's Echo went start to finish because Kamalo rode it, and we said on the show Kamalo was meant to ride it last time but didn't ride it, so he has a unfinished business, is I think the term we used. But you've got, because of that, you've got a new cap and a new shirt, I see.
Yeah, a friend of mine from the Boerland, not going to mention his name.
Yes.
He delivered this to my house and he said, we are the best.
So he's a big Clock in the Gallop fan, obviously.
He's a massive. He doesn't miss one of our shows.
Okay, well, that's brilliant. So just so that you know, he is one of many.
He sent me this cap and he sent me this T-shirt. Yeah. And thanks to him, I'll just say thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, I just want to actually take this opportunity because we've been going now 2.5 years. And I just want to say to all the wonderful people out there that have supported us through our venture, we're not the most popular, certainly not with a lot of bookmakers. We're not popular because we find horses at big prices. So therefore, how can we be popular? But secondly, we're popular with a lot of folk. Big players find us very, very amenable. And the smallest of small players have brought a new sense of meaning to the game because we certainly somehow appeal to them.
Yeah. And those, Nico, to be honest with you, those are the people that I try to target because nothing makes me happier than to see the poor guy, the people that are struggling, winning some money. You know, even with a 10 rand, if they win 100 or 1,000, that's what makes me happy. The small punters, helping the small punters to make money.
Well, we're just a few weeks ahead of Christmas, and I know I'm flying tomorrow morning early. I'm up at the absolute crack of dawn. Before you even wake up, I'll be up and traveling tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I'm commentating again on the Fairview Polytrack, which I must admit I love. I love going down and seeing the folk down there, and I love calling there. And you'll notice that when you hear my commentaries too. But Nino Podesta has looked at the card, and we're going to run through his selections, which I'll bring up in a moment. The important thing, Nino, is that Richard Farid not riding tomorrow, and he'll be replaced on all his mounts by Muziyeni. And thanks very much for letting me know about that. I've just confirmed it too.
Yeah, Richard, unfortunately, not going to PE tomorrow. And as you said, Muziyeni will be taking all of his mounts, I think.
Yeah, I think
I'm sure he's taking all. He's been replaced by Muziyeni, yeah.
Right, I'm going to bring up your selections. Whilst I do that, I also want to make note that there are no scratchings on the card, certainly not on Thursday evening when we're recording this after 6:15 p.m., 6:30 p.m. Race 1 is a maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1,300 meters. Number 8 is the ride of Muziyeni now. And no blinkers pacifiers go on number 6, Weekend in Seattle. And a tongue tie goes on number 8, Executor, which is a first timer. You are tipping Burning Moon as your top choice, sporting the blinkers for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. That's my first choice. And even though I don't think there's many that can win it, you've got to keep a very close eye on this well-bred horse of Alan Executor, Camford Cliffs. And I knew the mother very well, Antonia's Law by National Assembly. She raced in Cape Town many years ago, and I believe she was trained by Brett Crawford then for the Sabine Platinum.
I really I can't really remember her, to be honest.
Yeah, and very fast. I think she was a 3 or 4 time winner over 1,000. I think. I could be mistaken, maybe 1 over 12. But so this horse is very well bred. But I think the 7 has got the most scope for improvement. She's only had a 2 run, well drawn at 2. Raymond Danielson on and blinkers for the first time. And she's by Pomodoro, which will suit the extra ground, the 100 meters extra. All she has to do is just take to the poly to be a big runner. You know what, Nico? I'm a bit confused here why Louis McCox is riding number 5 in preference to number 1.
Yes,
that I cannot understand.
Yeah, I did have a look at that. That was interesting. But maybe more improvement is expected from that horse. That is hard to believe. I also struggle to work it out, but I know Greg Watson watches the show and will be able to tell us why.
Maybe I just cannot understand why. Because I don't give Green Storm much of a chance. And Micaiah Beach, I know she's drawn 10, but she's got by far the better form. So I would have thought that he would have taken that ride. But anyway, it is what it is. So I think 7, 8, and 1. Really, Nico, I really can't see anything else in the race.
Okay, 7, 8, and 1 for Nino to open up the meeting, which is the start of the bipod. Just before I do page across, I want to quickly tell you if Antonia's Law has produced anything of note. Well, she is an old mare. Lately, she's had Priceless Ruler. Now, that's the horse that runs for Dennis Dreyer on the Poly, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think at the one stage it was unbeaten over a 12 or a 14 on the Poly.
Yeah, so that's a Poly horse, and it's out of the same mother, but it's by Pathwalk. This is by Canford Cliff. So that's good news, though, isn't it? If it's related to a horse that likes the Poly, buying out of the same mother. Yeah.
And Canford Cliffs, I mean, there's not much we can say about that. They've been exceptionally well.
They're a Ridgemont Stallion. They're doing extremely well. So, yeah, I'll go with you. I think that's a runner. Muzzy Yerni hops aboard, so that may well be the right one. So watch out for more betting support of the 8 Executor in the first of the day. Right, let's go to the second, the start of the PA, a maiden over 1,300 meters. We mentioned that Muzzy Yerni rides number 9 here, Western Jack. That's what ride he's picked up. And you're going for Federal Reserve, who's having its second run there. Had a run, but it was on the turf.
It was on the turf, and she carried level weights with 1 and 2 time winners. And she's running against the maiden, carrying same weight as maidens. I think if she takes to the Poly, she'll win, and she'll win comfortably. And a very strong selection for me, Nico. The dangers can only be 2, 3, and 4. But I think she's going to be very hard to beat.
Yeah, I must admit that the 2 look
really well. You have to just look at the runs behind Paul the Gnome, that's 1-3, and Royal Aussie, 2-time winner, running in big races in Cape Town.
Yes. So
also remember that the last time she ran, it was on a yielding track. And Glenn Cotton, and from a bad draw, Glenn did express some concerns about the horse. Because she was with Glenn Cotton then when she ran that race.
Yeah, that was on Algoa Cup Day, I think. When he was down there last. Okay, so that is the talk in the second race. Number 1, Federal Reserve, is the horse to beat according to Nino, ahead of 2, Mr. Bodacious, who I must admit looked really well last time out. I called in Quebec, looked really well, ran second to Lord Tennyson, but looked a picture. 3rd to 4, Captain Mornay, and 4th to number 3, Siberian Fox, who I promise you...
Captain Mornay, sorry? Yeah. What you were saying, Nico?
No, I was saying Captain Siberian Fox I've lost complete interest in, and I lost interest in a long time ago.
Yeah, me too. I mean, she could probably fill in the end of the quartet. Captain Warner will run a big race. He was beaten by the draw last time, but he ran a cracker.
Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 4, and 3 in the second. By the way, in that race, no blinkers for number 7, So Dacha, and the compression mask goes on number 8, Danny Boy. Let's go to the third of the day, the start of the pick 6 at 13:45, 1900 meters for fillies and mares, 86 handicap. Here, Muzieni gets on number 4, Respectable Miss. That's the only change there. And you're big again on Ideal Angel. Didn't we tip this last time it won?
Yeah, I think we did. I think we did tip it. I'm not sure if I tipped it first or second, but we did make it a big runner.
Yeah.
Nico, I think this is a bit of a crappy little race. He goes up 4 kilos from the last run, and he's taken on, I think, a little bit stronger than what he met last time. So people playing pick sixes, the only 2 horses that I would leave out are 4 and 7. But my value bet in the race is number 2, Dame of Flame. Yes. I think that's going to run a cracker tomorrow. And so Ideal Angel and Dame of Flames, my first 2 choices, in no particular order. And then Heartsease, Wildest Dream, and for those that are going wide, don't leave out number 5, Willow Lane.
Okay, that's the Tara Lang horse. Just quickly, I see Dame of Flames never run on the Poly before in Quebec, or ever before anyway.
Yeah, Nico, but you know, I always preach this. We need to give the horse the benefit of the doubt. You don't know whether she's going to take to the Poly or not. So,
but it is a risk.
Let's give her the benefit of the doubt, and then we can see next time. If she doesn't handle the Poly, then she doesn't handle it.
Look, that's the reason why it might be 5-1. My point is, it is a risk not knowing if they're going to take to the Poly.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is a risk.
Yeah,
I wouldn't bank it. I mean, it's a risk because if she doesn't take to the Poly, but she's receiving 4 kilos from Ideal Angel.
Yeah,
and I think the distance. I think she will love the distance, being by Futura out of a Jetmaster mare. So I'm not actually worried about the distance. I'm more concerned about the Poly.
Okay, Heartsease you've tipped for 3rd, so you think that's got a chance too. That's definitely got no problem with a trip of 1900.
No,
Heartsease. Or the
no problem with the trip. And neither has Wildest Dream, and he's carrying a galloping weight.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 6 for Nino in the 3rd. The 4th race at 2:20. Do you want to say anything else?
Yeah, I just said don't leave out number 5 in the pick sixes if they're going wide. I would put all 5 horses in the pick six. All 5.
Well, the other thing about that Lang stable, now we know the office. When Gavin Fenter dresses with a hat and a cream jacket,
yeah,
see him in the parade ring, it's overs, eh?
Well, let me know tomorrow.
Last week, you know what happened last week, okay? Last week, they backed that horse, lights out. What was it called? And I mean, Gavin Fenter stood out like a sore thumb at the track. He was wearing a hat and a suit, and they backed that horse off the boards and it won comfortably.
Which one was it?
I'll tell you in a moment, but they backed it off the boards last Friday. I'll tell you shortly what it was. But
wasn't it the horse in the first race that?
Yes, I think it was. It was. It was.
That number 4, Lady of
Granddaddy Purple.
Granddaddy Purple.
Correct.
And I told them to add it in the byport. You remember?
Yes. So the thing about him is that now he's given away the game a bit, because if we see him dressed like that, we know that one of his somewhere along the line. So I'll be able to tell you anyway. Let's see what happens anyway. Right. Let's move on to race 4. At maiden handicap. My goodness me. I hope you've done your workings of the weights here, because Neil Andrews will be champing at the bit to get it stuck into this maiden handicap over 2,200 meters. Who are you tipping?
I'm tipping number 2 to be 3 and 1. And that's the only 3 horses that can win. It doesn't work in PE, these maiden handicaps. It works in Joburg.
Yes. So you don't give this horse that I always go for. I see it's carrying a nice bottom weight here. This horse, King of Love, with Jacques Stradum and Veneker.
Oh, King of Love. No, that's got a chance. I haven't tipped it.
Yeah.
But for wider players, that's got a chance.
That's the one that I would gravitate towards. I see it's only going to carry 53.5 kilos. So I would be into that. I mean, I haven't studied, obviously, but I'm just looking at the profile of the horse.
Well, let's have a look at the last run. Behind Global Drummer. So
Yes.
he comes down, how much? Is she carrying only half a kilo? She only claiming half a kilo.
Global Gunner. So it comes down 54, down a half. Yeah.
And First Wave and Global
Belfort
Drummer
first
have
wave
got
is
to be.
level. So it's got only half a kilo, correct. Yeah. The only difference is it's an extra 300 meters.
Yeah, I think Douglas Devastator will prefer the extra 300 meters. I think he'll be better over the further he goes. And Quasimodo, I mean, that's a massive runner. This used to be with Justin Snaith in Cape Town,
Yes,
and he
it did.
fancied it the one day. He said
Yeah.
it was, I think it was beyond nothing else matters.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm confident 1, 2, or 3 will survive.
yeah. Douglas Devastator, by the way, will be ridden by Mozieni, the first ride that he's had aboard the son of Mambo in Seattle. That's the change there. Also, blinkers go on Douglas Devastator for the first time, and blinkers are also on 3 Quasimodo. So that, I'll do my studying overnight and in the plane. But basically, Nino likes the 2, the 3, the 1, the 4, and I like King of Love to be thrown in as well. Okay, let's go to race 5, which is the feature, the Guineas Plate over 1,600 meters, a nice field here at 5-3 here. Double Destiny number 7 is written by Muzi Yeni, and number 2 Pure Maverick has cheek pieces on. Number 8 Onatilia races without the cheek pieces on. They come off. So Double Destiny, the filly up against the Colts and Geldings is one of the fillies, the other one being Onatilia. And you think because of the weight allowance that the fillies get is the right horse?
Yeah, it is. And also the company that she's run behind. I think she's a massive runner. I make her the best bet on the card, and I just cannot see her getting beat. She's run behind Peach Daiquiri, that's an absolute champion in PE. Kaya's Hope is going to go places. Twice behind Kaya's Hope. I think she's got this field stone cold, Nico. And, you know, we make a stand, and that's the way I'm going. I'm banking Double Destiny in all the bits. And I'm happy to see that Richard Fourie has been replaced by a very good jockey in Muzieni.
Yeah.
A very capable replacement.
Yeah, well, it ran third to a very talented Sorton Peach Daiquiri. That is a very, very talented horse. And yeah, I could see reasons why you're going for Double Destiny. Of course, it's not the first time she's run against the boys. She ran against Kaya's Hope, and she didn't do too badly against Kaya's Hope. And I don't think there's a Kaya's Hope in this race. Certainly no Kaya's Hope here, is there?
No, there's no Kaya's Hope
here. Close
and
to
there's
Kaya's
no
Hope.
Peach.
So
there's no Peach Daiquiri here either. I mean,
there's no Peach
you could
Daiquiri.
maybe. No.
Okay, so that's okay. So that is Nino's best of the day. It's I think in the region of 14-10, and Double Destiny tipped to win race 5, 7 from 1, 2, and 4. As we move on to the 6th now, off at 3:30, a classified stakes over 1,300. Once again, number 6, Travel Masters Muzieni, and that's the only change to report here. This looks more wide open, but you're going for Tuck Tuck, and this is your value bet of the day, number 4, Tuck Tuck.
Nico, I think I found a value bet. This is a field race as far as I'm concerned. I would go absolute field in this race in the exotics. I think Tuck Tuck, if he comes back to his best, he can upset. I think Admiral Chance, now that he's broken his duck and he won his maiden very, very convincingly. The form hasn't been franked by Hamlet, but, you know, he could only just win and he won well. Travel Master has been disappointing. I don't know if you'll see at the 1,300. Verified is a runner. Chariot Master can win. Very tricky. I don't like this race. And another horse that can cause upset is number 2, Ken Cole. So I would be loading up in the pick 6.
Okay, so this is a wide open race, but Nino's tentatively tipping Tuck Tuck as his value bet. 6-1 is the price. Gavin Smith teaming up with Mpumi Majorca in the 6th race. Tough race, though. Race 7 comes up at 4:05. It's a Pinnacle Stakes fillies and mares, 1,200 meters. Confirming here that Franca number 1 is ridden by Mother Yeni, and that is the change there. But Fly My Flag is a very impressive horse, and you've gone for her.
I like her strong tomorrow, Nico. I really do. She ran beyond Bold Resolve. I thought maybe the 14 was just a touch too far for her. But she's back over the 12. I think I believe she's going to be a massive runner. And here's a horse, and this is where people can go short, because I believe only Franco or Redberry can beat her. So, but I'm very strong on Fly My Flag, Nico.
Okay, it's another one that Nino likes a lot, given a lot of confidence to. Fly My Flag is 2-1 at the moment, ahead of Franca. And then the other one you mentioned there was Red Berry, number 7, who's got Rachel Vinicon, comes in with just 56.5 kilos. 4th you've given to 3, Gillian Ann, in race 7. The last of the day is off at 20-5. It's a merit-rated 80 handicap, and it's run over 1,200 meters. In the last, number 12, On the Road Again, is ridden by Muzieni. Blinkers and a compression mask on number 5, Jet Mirage. Okay, talk us through the last.
Nico, here's another race where I like a horse very strong, and that's a horse called Naval Secret.
Number 1.
I think this is going to be a very, very hard horse to beat.
Really?
Last time,
it's drawn 11, though. They're not worried about
I'm not too concerned. It's got Louis McCoxwell on board. I'm not too concerned about the draw. We've seen them winning from 18 draws over 1,000. This is a 12. But just look at the horses that he's taken on in the last 2 runs. He beat Green Light to Heaven over course and distance. Then he ran 4th behind Saltilus. And there was a whole lot of top horses behind him that day. I think the Global Drummer was in that race.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the East Cape Poly Challenge, basically, where they run over the 3 distances. Ran in all 3 legs. Yeah.
And then he ran behind Cat Daddy, another very, very strong field. Compared to what he's taking on tomorrow, it's like, how can you explain it? Like a Mini taking on a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm very strong on Naval Secret, and I think only Crusador could maybe spoil the party here. But
okay,
I'm very strong on Naval Secret. A very strong selection.
Okay, so Naval Secret, a very strong selection. 9-2, 5-1. You can get about this.
No, that's crazy. It won't be 5-1 tomorrow.
No, it won't be 5-1, but it is 5-1. If you're watching on a Thursday night, take advantage of the prices there. 5-1 Naval Secret. Get on now. Crusador 2nd. 3rd you're given to 10 Angel Debs, and 4th to number 12. My card was printed all upside down. That is On the Road Again. Okay.
So who's actually the favorite? If Naval Secret is 5-1,
the favorite is On the Road Again at 7-2.
Okay.
And it's the 2nd favorite, so it's good prices. Right, Nino, we're going to move on to the beloved. But you must have won the bipod last week, did you?
Yes, we did 4 times.
Thank the Lord.
Eventually. Wow.
Thank the Lord. It's a moral victory for you that you won.
I actually won a bipod of 100 times trying to catch one.
Anyway, we follow up that with a win here. 54 rands you'll spend. Tell us what you've got it.
Right. Bipod, 54 rand. First leg 1, Makaya Beach, 7, Burning Moon, and obviously we've got to put in number 8, Executor. Then I'm banking the Federal Reserve. 3rd leg, I'm only going 1 and 2, Ideal Angel and my lurker, which is Dame of Flames. Then I'm putting in all 3. Number 1, Bell's First Wave. Number 2, Douglas Devastator. And number 3, Quasimodo. Then obviously banking the best bet on the card, Double Destiny. And the last leg, I believe I've taken 4, Tuck Tuck, 5, Admiral's Trance, and number 7, Verified.
Okay, so if you added in one horse, it would go 72 Rand. If you added in King of Love in that fourth leg, not that I think.
Yeah, you can do that.
If you
Can you
added in
please
number
tell
8,
the...
it would just add it up to 18 more Rand. But
Correct. No.
I think we're due for a double bipod back-to-back win. They're the prices of the best and value bet for Nino on Friday. Race 5, number 7, Double Destiny, 14 to 10. Value bet, Tuck Tuck, race 6, number 4. And also, if you don't mind, I'll give another value bet in race 8, number 1, Naval Secret, because that is a value at 5 to 1.
Well, absolutely. You know what, Nico? I thought the horse would be 18 to 10. That's why I didn't put it up as a value bet. If I knew it was 5 to 1,
yeah. Well,
I
now
wouldn't
you
hesitate.
know. Now you know it's 5 to 1. It's 5 to 1 Naval Secret in that last race. Nina, always a pleasure chatting to you. Before you go, we've got 3.5 minutes left. So very quickly, I don't know if you've had a look at the Cape card for Saturday, because Saturday, that's right. Because we've got the Fillies Guineas and Jet Dark's unfortunately been scratched from the Greenpoint Stakes, which looks like Comedy Ding will win that, doesn't it?
It looks like it. I thought Jet Dark would be very hard to beat, but now obviously committed. I mean, I can't see it getting beaten. Put it that way. And then I like a horse called Trabella. I really like that grey filly on Saturday. And there's also another horse that I heard people can. There's a horse called Alendi. I heard that will win.
Alendi.
Yeah, and then in that sprint race, wow, something.
Yeah, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, but watch out for Hunting Trip in that same race.
Okay. So that's a little bit about Saturday's meeting in Cape Town. Of course, there's also Joburg.
I haven't looked at Joburg. I didn't know there was Joburg.
Yeah, there's Joburg as well, because I'm commentating on Saturday, so that's why I know that.
So you're commentating tomorrow and Saturday?
Yes.
Double shift.
Double shift.
Okay. Good.
Shift. You have to get money.
I'm always, you know what, Nico? I'm always excited when you go to PE. I mean, you just call the horses home. They just arrive like soldiers. It's unbelievable.
I'm hoping to, you know what? I'm hoping that if I get to that last race of the day in one piece, that I can call that Naval Secret home for you, because I believe that you're on the right one there.
I believe so too.
Who's hooting? Are you going out for supper or something? Is someone hooting for you?
No, not me. Probably somebody outside hooting for his lover to come to the car.
Nino, thanks so much. All the best for the weekend. Always great chatting, and chat to you again next week. Take it easy.
Okay, Nico. Okay, bye.